Hi everyone. So today's agenda is whenever we update a record in any object, we want to find out that if the record that has changed, like the part of that update was only a specific field or are there other couple of fields along with that specific field. So let's quickly start. Now, what exactly do I mean by it? Now, let's suppose in account I have 25 to 30 fields, or let's say even 50 fields. Now, there is one way in which I can compare inside my code that the old value and the new value was it same or not. But then I have to do it for each and every field. Let's say I have a field called isPrimary on my account object, and I want to check that if the record is updated to only update the isPrimary, then I am displaying a log saying that only isPrimary has changed. And if any other field along with isPrimary has changed, or any other field except isPrimary has changed, I want to display a log saying that other fields have changed as well, right? So this is our purpose. Now, like I said, you can use the old map and new map and compare the values and find out. But if there are 50 fields, you cannot do that for each and every field, right? You cannot write like, let's say, new value dot verified is not equal to old map dot get this account id dot verified, right? Like similarly, if you do that manually for each and every field, and what if tomorrow a new field gets added? It's not feasible to add each and every field. So that is what we are going to solve today, and that is what we are going to look at it. So this is the record. Let me show you the debug logs actually. Here we'll be getting our logs. So let's say I am updating this record to update only isPrimary. I'm not changing any other field. Now I'll go to the developer console and I'm going to check that. So in the debug log, I see only primary has changed. Now let us update isPrimary again, but this time along with isPrimary, I'm also changing couple of other fields. Okay, so this time let me save it. And let me see the debug log. You will see other fields are changed as well. But when I changed only isPrimary, it showed me only isPrimary was changed. So how did I achieve this? Let's quickly get into that. The first thing that I did was I got all the fields which are present in account with this sentence. So this is the syntax that I use to get all the fields inside this particular object. Now, forget about this syntax. You should never write logic inside trigger, but this was just a small POC to show you guys. That's why I've written it this way. So let's say I'm iterating through all the new records of account. I'm going to declare two things. One is my count. The other is a Boolean variable called isPrimary changed. Now this depends on what field are you using. Okay. Coming inside. Now I'm getting the old record from the trigger.oldMap and getting this particular account ID which triggered this trigger. Okay. Then what am I going to do is in the fields map above, I got all the fields of account. So I'm iterating through each and every field one by one. And then I'm saying dynamically for each and every field on account, I'm saying that new value of that particular field is not equal to the old value of that particular field. Then come inside. There are two more things which I've written here, which is last modified date and system modified date timestamp. Now, why have I not included them? What do I mean over here is if the field that is changed is last modified date, then please ignore it. Or if it's system mod timestamp, then please ignore it. Because whenever you update a record, these two fields are bound to change, but we don't want to see that. Apart from that, any other field changes, then it comes inside. Now, what am I checking? My ask was to check if only isPrimary has changed. So what am I saying? That if the field which has changed here, if the field which has changed, that field's API name is equal to is primary, then this Boolean flag that I had made, I'm making it true. Also, I'm going to, after coming out of that if thing, I'm saying that for each and every field where the value has changed, I'm increasing the count by 1. Mind it, not only for is primary changed, but for any field, if there are any changes, I'm increasing the count by 1. So let's say there were 3 fields for which the values of new and old were different. Count would be 3 over here. After finishing all the fields for one account record, I'm coming out. And for that account record, if the count is 1 and if is primary changed flag is true, it means only is primary has changed. If the count is 0, it means no field has changed. And else, if the count is greater than 1 or equal to 1, but is primary is not true, or let's say if the count is greater than 1 and is primary is also true, but other fields are also, there. So let's say the count is 2. So is primary changed? For that, we have count equal to like count plus 1. So initial count would be 0 plus 1, which is primary has changed. That's why the count increased to 1. Now let's say second field is verified. Again, that has changed. So here the count will become 2. Now is primary changed is true, but this time the count is greater than 1. That is why we are saying that other fields have changed as well. So this is how we can identify if a specific field has changed. So I'm scrolling through this code slowly so that you guys can take a snapshot or use it for reference. So if this code helped, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, I am sharing my Insta ID over here, and I've started a new YouTube channel for which I would really need your support. So please like, share, and subscribe this channel as well as that channel linked on my Instagram bio. Thank you so much. See you later.